This is a reading of the journal I kept during the RCR UK trip. May 10th, 2017, Warwickshire, United Kingdom, or somewhere, I don't know. Everything has 3 names here. Even the cars. Okay, first thing. The smaller the car, the longer the name. I saw one vehicle that looked like a Ford Festiva, but it was French, and the name of the car was at least 3 syllables. I am alone at Tom's house. Tom is our fixer, guide, and the reason we're here. If it weren't for Tom and Kate and Dominic, RCR UK would be very different and probably more ragged. The weather is beautiful today, almost cloudless. I want to wander around town on my own while Roman and I wait for Tom to get back from a funeral around 2 p.m. I'm hungry as hell. I have to navigate my way to a store down the road. And why am I nervous? Just go in and buy something to eat. If nothing else, there's sure to be ramen noodles. It's not like they're going to kick you out. Oh God, my voice. It's distinct enough stateside. But here, oh man. 1:26 p.m., back at Tom's house. Roman and I walked to the town center. And my notes just end here. I guess Tom finally came home. Oh, I have to turn past this stuff. That's notes on cars that we reviewed. Something. That's another one. Saturday, May 13th, 2017. We are finished with our principal filming for RCR UK, and that was the plan. 2 marathon filming days. Get the bulk of the work done right away so it's over with. Every other RCR trip was non-stop work from beginning to end, but this trip will be different. We'll have plenty of time to be tourists. I'm sitting in Tom's sun deck, and light rain falls on the glass roof. A tourist's book of California lays on a glass table, along with a box of Cards Against Humanity, Pete Townshend's Who Am I?, and a Penguin Classics autobiography of Morrissey. A small black cat naps next to me on a chair. I've been so busy with RCR work since we arrived on Tuesday, it hasn't sunk in that I'm in a foreign country. But now it's Saturday, and I have nothing to do. Oh no, I'm purposeless. I have no function. Oh no. A week in the United Kingdom. I am in the way. I am a burden. I don't deserve this nice house and the gracious hosts. Quick, curl yourself up on the edge of this couch so you take up less room. Just drink tap water. Don't ask for juice. Step lightly down the hallway so you make as little noise as possible. 12:10 p.m., Arden's coffee shop. Blueberry Bakewell. What is this? Do I eat it with my hands? Coffee strong. Yeah. I'm ready. I'm so ready. For what? I'm ready. The children in this coffee shop sound like a PBS show. Every street is an alleyway. Background conversations, they're all nature documentaries about sub-Saharan Africa. Or maybe commercials for Murphy Jewelers. It's every conceivable temperature out there. It's hot and cold and sunny and overcast. 7:05 p.m. Posh-ish pub. I don't know, it feels fancy, and I feel safe here. I'm safe at this copper table. No one's going to punch the accent out of my mouth. Tomorrow is the RCR car meet. I was very strict in the image invite on Twitter. No showing off. You are representing regular car reviews. As in, no burnouts, no nothing. You're more this channel than I am. Do I have larger than normal thighs? Most other men I've seen here have slim legs. Do you even squat, bro? What is this place? The Queen's Takeaway? But no, it's called the Queen's Castle. It's right across the street from Kenilworth Castle. and I'm listening to background conversations, and they fall apart, and I can't understand them. Fantastic. I can have a conversation at the table and don't have to devote system resources to monitoring other parties. Young folks here are refreshingly free of tattoos. The walls of this poshy pub are uneven, no drywall in this country, just paint over what looks like stucco. I go back to the bar to get a water and a beer. I am queuing! Extraordinary. This is taking too long. Roman and I go back to the table to wait till the line goes down. May 14th, 2:20 p.m. I'm eating at a pub, another pub. Lots of pubs around here. My throat is dry and hoarse from talking at the RCR meet, #Cov Crew. I hope I was entertaining to our RCR fans. I hope I was as entertaining as they expected me to be. This pub is built into a building from the 1200s. That means it predates Chaucer. It's called the Saxton Mill, and there's a water wheel going around here. Perry, an RCR fan who plays American football, said we should be the Cov Crew, as in everybody who met for the RCR car meet. It was sunny, rainy, hot, freezing, and cloudy, and blinding. How is the weather here all weather, all at once? I told people this and they laughed and they said, "Welcome to the UK." Tom said, "We've been eating in rather nice places so far." He told me real British food is like, he said it's like someone's first attempt at everything. We're leaving Saxton Mill parking lot. Entering and leaving parking lots is always a fiasco here. Now it's sometime after dinner. Back at Tom's house, food coma plus intense social interaction left me drained. I napped with my jeans on and dreamed I was back in Pennsylvania, but the internet was still UK internet, which is really fast. But still blocking certain music YouTube videos. And then I drove the Vagabond Falcon down a steep hill in the snow, and then I woke up. I don't speak outdoors much here, unless I have to, and when I speak to a bartender or waitstaff, I double down with my region-free radio broadcast voice. It has less twang than my everyday voice. When I pay for things, most clerks have to fumble for pens for me to sign the receipt. Only recently have United States banks adopted chips and credit cards. The UK, they're well beyond chips. They have this thing where you pay by touching the card just to the point-of-sale machine. It's just you just tap it and then it's paid and then it's done. Maybe the United States will get that in 10 years. I'm still not used to not tipping. Tom is watching television in the other room. UK commercials sound like cartoons about British people. I can only hear the voices, and they range from posh to cockney to that shouty sillet bang guy. The TV isn't the super stuffy tweed pipe stuff that we get back home on PBS. But then again, you can see the original X Factor online. Man, the UK loves panel shows. Cats are the same everywhere. They have a cat flap, but they would rather you open the door. Monday, May 15th. No, that's not what I wrote. I wrote Monday, 15th of May, 2017. I wrote it the other way around. My hands are unusually dry, but the climate is so wet I wonder if the soap is different. Mornings are slow to rise. I like that. The only food thing I am missing is a bowl of cereal in the morning, but that will make cereal more delicious when I get back home. I'm eating a cheese and tomato sandwich for breakfast. I bought this sandwich at a gas station 2 days ago. 7 p.m. Rain scheduled for the rest of the week. Just POV drives from here on out. I'm still hiding my voice, keeping it low. I'm still a Yank. I'm still an intruder. Red brick houses here in this town. The whole town. Red brick walls, red brick, red retaining walls, and cum trees. I'm not sure if this fireplace in Tom's house is real. Well, never mind. I looked. It's real. Just gas. Ford KAs are 150 pounds used. Why are they so cheap? Why consistently cheap? Expensive insurance, cheap cars. In the United States, it's the other way around. I'm not eating as much as I do back home. Maybe I just eat too much back home. UK, USA. Same, but different. Just people are programmed different. Different natural resources. Time for curry. Curry takeaway and the last of the beer that our fans gave us. Kate got extra toilet paper for me. Tuesday, 16th of May, Stratford-upon-Avon. Oh man, it's Stratford. It's an American tourist honeypot. I'm really sure to keep my voice low here. These buildings are white with black X's all over them. And there's copper pots in shop windows, and abstract art of the Queen. A red brick storefront says British Heart Foundation. I expected the shop would I expected the shop would be a medical supply store. No, it sells hats. Tom says the white and black history book-looking houses are made of dung. Wattle and clob. All your high school literature is written in an environment of shit. Low ceilings in this gastropub in Stratford. A patron at an unseen table asks about the new French president. And it's raining again. Only the older women use umbrellas. That's the thing. I don't see young men using umbrellas. Old men wear hooded windbreakers. Men in their 30s wear sweaters in the rain, no hats or umbrellas. And schoolboys ride bicycles with shirts partially unbuttoned in the rain, also no hats. A bookstore says Oxfam, and a subtitle in the storefront reads, Grows Vegetables, Fills Classrooms. The store subtitle says more, but a parking no-no sign blocks my view. A tall blue and white Ford Transit van pulled up. It says, Initia, the experts in hygiene. Circular urinals, circular pad of butter. Canvas shoes are more popular here than in the U.S. Rust Belt. There's a wobbly mirror and a wobbly table, and I see wobbly dogs and wobbly houses. Stratford upon Wobbly. Stratford. Okay, you know what Stratford is? It's Colonial Williamsburg. That's what Stratford is. Blah, 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 Shakespeare. But everybody's pretending. And everybody, French people. Lot of tourists here in Stratford. United Kingdom. A great place to nap. Wednesday, 17th of May, 11:41 a.m. I'm eating oatmeal, but it's not oatmeal. It's called Oats So Simple. Quaker Oats makes it. The oat flakes are not oat flakes, they're oat crumbs, or an oat powder. I mean, add water, and you get oat goo. Oh, can't read this. This is directions from Tom's house to Arden's. Yep, there we go. Nope, blank pages. Wednesday, May 17th. Arden's again. It's like, of all the places we ate, it's Arden's in Kenilworth was our go-to place. I walked here all by myself. I'm a big boy. I asked for a large coffee, and the barista paused and said, "Do you mean Americano?" And I said, "Yeah, I guess." What's going on? Does no one make regular coffee? Just a cup of coffee. Everything's mochas, or espressos, or other rocket fuel. Have I been drinking Americanos this whole time? Have I just gone up to the places and coffee shops and asked for a coffee and then they hear my voice and I'm like, oh, this Yank wants an Americano? Two men at the table next to me are talking about numbers and price points and investments and Manchester. We want to do 20 or 30. I'm not going to do an English accent or a British accent or UK accent or Midlands accent or however they sounded. They just said, we want to do 20 or 30 gyms. Papa John's 10%. Crack on. We can't know all the agents in the whole of UK. I walked around Abbey Fields today. History. Long grass. Raining. This notebook is wet. I should have stolen an umbrella before I left. Ruins. Castle. Really? A castle? UK, stop doing exactly what I expected you to do. A sign. A sign is bolted to the side of a middle-aged structure. It says, do not climb on the monument. An information billboard says, in a polite way, that no one is 100% sure how old these structures are. Weird. Dude, wait. Alright. If a Rover 75 was available with a longitudinal Ford 4.6 modular V8 driving the rear wheels, that means an LS3 or LS4 will fit. The overhead valve modular has larger dimensions than an LS4. You could have a 300 horsepower and 380 pound-feet of torque rear-wheel drive stick-shift Rover 75. Oh man, that would be a piss-away YouTube money project. Ship over a Rover 75 under show and display laws, shove an LS engine and Tremec gearbox in there, ship it back to the UK, and blow people's minds. Has this already been done? I don't know. Look this up. 2:24 p.m. I'm still at Arden's on the second floor. The percentage businessmen from Manchester men left, and I'm the only one here on the second floor. I'm looking out Arden's second-story window. More people wear hooded rain jackets than carry umbrellas. Older women push upright covered shopping baskets with large wheels. Two younger Asian ladies huddle under a blue travel umbrella. The umbrella has pictures of small puffy clouds on it. A Jaguar saloon parks in the small lot next to Arden's. Compared to Peugeots, Seats, Renaults, and Matchbox Ford KAs, the Jag is Herculean. Back home, it's just a Ford Taurus or a Nissan Maxima, but here it's big. An airliner hangs low in the cloud cover, moving slowly, maybe descending into Birmingham Airport. The song playing on the cafe's PA asks me if I believe in magic. Some sort of smooth jazz swing samba fusion song. Back home, there wouldn't be people just walking around on a rainy Wednesday. They would dash from their cars into the shops to stay dry. Here, folks walk slowly. Are they ignoring the rain? A man in a high-visibility vest pushes a hand truck carrying what looks like a large oxygen tank. It could be anything, really. Propane, CO2, acetylene. But the thing is, he's wearing a baseball cap. He's wearing a baseball cap. He's the first guy I saw here wearing a baseball cap. Thursday, May, the dates don't matter. Sunday today, and sunny. We're going to London today, and I'll find out if that city is more or less frightening than New York City. I've been awake for a few hours now, and everybody else is still asleep. I could have walked to Arden's again and been back easy. Yeah, but then you'd just be all wound up on Americano just in time to sit in a car for a few hours. Now we're on the drive to London. There's a lack of crossroads. No reassuring crosses when you leave the off-ramp. No. Here we go loop-de-loop, here we go loop-de-la. M40. You accelerate by braking. We're approaching London. Smells like an airport here. Loads of diesel fumes. UK. Blinding cloudy days with the smell of cum trees and diesel. Stark grey Land Rover dealership. And the traffic crawls. I see a billboard for Injustice 2, and a Renault dealership with black and yellow flags. Renault, sorry. I see London Mobility Warehouse, and power chairs sit on the top of the store's metal awning. I see motorcyclists split lanes through stopped traffic, and Tom folds the Volvo mirrors in. I see a sign for a place called Clearview Homes. Buying land to build your future. 01923-840048. clearviewhomes.co.uk. I see a sign that says, Come Sit Stay at the Matthews Open Day. In my headphones plays Hell by Squirrel Nut Zippers. I see cranes rise over 1960s buildings. Tom told me to move my wallet from my rear pocket to my front pocket before we left for London. I am not in tourist mode. I am in survival mode. When I get out of this Volvo, I won't look about. My hand will stay on my pocketed wallet, and my eyes will stay steel cold. I see green steel buildings, and glass, and more motorbikes. I see a billboard, and on the billboard Richard Branson holds his arms out and tells me to embrace my inner business. And I see we're leaving the elevated motorway. We're now down on surface streets, and a scooter in front of us has a cargo box bolted to the pillion seat that says Uber Eats. I see the Westminster Council House under construction. I see a Thai massage place. I see that not all London taxicabs are black. I see some sort of combination Space Needle CN tower. And I see the roads squeeze smaller. I see Portland Place, and a stiff military statue. And I see 2 guards with MP5s stand in front of the Chinese embassy. And I see a Gee Whiz. There's one of those electric cars. I see a row of scooters. And the row of scooters makes a Suzuki GS500, which is parked among them, look like a BMW GS1200. I see a British Bernie Sanders riding by on a bicycle. And I see the University of Westminster. We are moving by an address that says 271 Regent Street, and there's a surprising absence of trash. So far, no bums sleeping on the sidewalk. Also, hardly any police so far. Still on Regent Street. I see curving stone buildings, and cement columns and archways, buildings. They're more organic here. There is no grid work of streets. We drive past Trafalgar Square, and people are piled up on that circular statue, like ants on a dropped Tootsie Roll. I see some sort of protest, or maybe celebration, with Iranian flags. And I see another protest or celebration. Someone is holding a sign that says, UN, stop protecting genocidal Sri Lanka. I don't know. And I hear God Save the Queen echoing through an unseen public address system. I see Westminster Abbey, and someone is playing bagpipes. I see Big Ben. Okay. I can say that I've saw it. Seen it. There's gold trim up at the top. I see a street drummer playing on garbage cans and overturned chlorine buckets. I see the Thames, and I see people looking at it. I see a Ferris wheel. There it is. And I see tourists. And I see a fat Johnny Depp in Alice in Wonderland getup. And I see London double-decker buses that have images of London on them. And I see some more glass buildings in the distance. And that butt-plug-looking building. And I see the lug nuts on double-decker buses are pinned in. We're now in a place called Honest Burger, and it's 4:01 p.m. in Camden Market, London. I'm still in head swivel survival mode. Left hand on my wallet, eyes on Tom or Kate at all times, because our phones don't work here, and if we get separated, I am fucked. So don't let them out of your sight. I look at other things for 1/1000th of a second, and then it's back to Tom or Kate. Huh. This is my first burger since I've been here. First London burg. There's a very Wildwood, New Jersey feeling here in Camden Market, and that's the only familiar part. A lot of cheap stuff for sale. A lot of people trying to attract you to their store. But unlike Wildwood, New Jersey, I hear more French than English here. So that's weird. You know, where are the cops? Seriously, where are the police? You know, you go to New York, you'll see LEOs every single block, and it's comforting that they're there, but do the police have regular beats here in London? Where are they? Maybe they're plainclothed. Anyway, I'm safe at this wooden burger bar. In the UK, everything is served at a bar. Wait, we're in the largest city in the UK, and why is it so white? I mean, there are black people here, but they're like breakfast cereal toys. You got to hunt for them. I mean, it's weird, but that's the... Wow. UK. Okay, I'm back home. Tom's house. Oh, can't read that. That's about a car. Can't read that. That's about a car. Can't read that. That's about a car. Oh, is that it? Is that all I wrote? Well, that's a weird note to go out on. All right. I think the biggest thing I take away from the UK is the slight embarrassment when I try to pay for things, because it's all down to that we don't have the tap thing, and every single time I had to pay for something, the clerk had to search for a pen, right? And then their point of sale machines don't have the electronic signature pad on them. So it was like, oh, I got to search for a thing and I got to reach over. Every time I went to pay for something, it was a fiasco. And I never once handled cash there. Never once looked at cash. Although someone did show the Roman how to make the queen happy and sad on one of the bills. But I really have to thank everyone. I have to thank Tom Clark for being our... Tom Clark, Kate Frost, and Dominic for being our three fixers. Without you guys, this trip wouldn't have happened. It probably would have been in Brighton or something like that, and it would have been way more expensive, and we wouldn't have been able to do all the things we could have done. I mean, Tom had so many contacts. Kate had contacts. Dominic knew people. Dominic was the one who set us up with a airstrip. Turns out it was cheaper to rent an old RAF airfield than it was to get insurance for myself to drive a whole bunch of cars. So when you see the videos coming out, what you're going to see is us on an airfield. Now, it was a very simple single runway place, and the owner just had a talk with me before. He said, you know, no skidding, no burnouts, no do anything of that. So I kind of wanted to do that. But then again, these are other people's cars, and they're a weird mix of things. And, you know, I probably wouldn't have done that anyway because I'm not a very good driver. But thank you so much for everybody who came out to the RCR meet. I hope you had fun. It was great meeting all of you guys. And I don't have any video from the RCR car meet, but the Roman does. So he'll have a whole separate video on his experience in the UK. I think the biggest thing that... the big thing that I miss about the UK now that I'm back is that walking places is socially acceptable. It's fine to walk. I mean, if I walk to the store around here, I like put my backpack on and walk to the store. And sometimes people give me looks like, what, you don't have a car? I'm like, yeah, I got a car. Zzz. I have multiple cars. Well, why are you walking? Because it's right here? It's like, are you poor? No. So maybe it's sort of a rural Pennsylvania thing. Like if you're walking somewhere, there has to be a reason for you, like a practical reason for you to walk versus just, well, I just want to walk to the store. I'm going to miss the very functional and utilitarian small cars there. We just plain old don't get them. And it's interesting really seeing that Honda Jazzes over in the UK are old people cars. Whereas here, they sold the Honda Fit, same car, as kind of a hot hatch. I mean, and there are people who tune them here. Of course, we only got the one engine in the Honda Fit, which is, the close enough, the 1.5 liter petrol, versus in the UK, you got diesel, you got like a 1 liter petrol, and all these other teeny weeny itsy bitsy motors, and we have a 1.5 4 cam, although it has a single jingle. So, I really miss that Peugeot 206. People are like, why do you like this? And it's like amazing. I daily something like that over here, but I gotta wait quite a while before something like that becomes legal, and who knows how many of them are going to be left. Anyway, so this has been my impressions of RCR UK. There'll be more stuff as the proper reviews come out. I hope you like them, and see you next week. Bye.